Here's a hip mobility sequence that I've been utilizing. It's adopted from the FRC training. So how we're gonna start is in a 90-90 hip position. And so what that means is you want your knee coming straight up from your hip and then having a 90-degree angle here in reference with your foot. So I'm gonna have that with both the front leg as well as the back leg. And so this is gonna be your starting position. So first of all, you want to think about not only how the position of your legs are, but also what your torso is doing. You don't want to be shifted back. So if you can think about stacking your rib cage over your pelvis, that would be ideal. If this position isn't comfortable for you, then you can definitely support yourself by putting a couple blocks under your knees so that you can sit comfortably and also maintain a good posture. So from here, we're going to do a series of drills to improve not only our external hip rotation, but also our internal hip rotation. Often if you haven't done this before or you have tight hips, you might experience some muscle spasming. So if you can sit through it and tolerate it, you can. Otherwise, you might just have to relax out of it and do some stretches. So just to prepare you for that. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create less of tension in our body. So I'm going to go ahead and make this, brace my core, and then I want to actively pull myself towards my front knee. And then I want to push my foot and knee into the ground and push myself away. So I'm not just rocking in this position, I'm actively thinking about pulling myself towards the ground and then pushing myself away while creating tension. So the last step I also want to think about is my breathing. So I'm going to inhale as I come in, exhale as I come out of my tension that way. So for rep scheme, I typically like to do 5 or 10 reps and alternate between this one and the next one that I'm gonna show you. So this is improving hip external rotation and a little bit of flexibility through your lateral hip rotators and glutes. The next part of the drill that I use in this sequence is doing some external rotation by lifting my back foot up off the ground. And so for some of you, you might have to hold on so that you are able to stabilize as you do this. For those of you that might have a bit more control or flexibility, you can just use your core to brace you as you lift your foot up. Sometimes it's hard to lift your foot and actually make distance off the ground when you first start doing this. It's a bit of a motor control as well as a flexibility and strength issue. So you can, even if you're not lifting your foot off the ground, you can just thinking about lifting off your foot and you're still gonna get a training effect. So you want to be sitting in this position for, I would say, a minimum of 90 seconds. And so generally what I'll do is I'll do 5 to 10 reps coming forward into my hovers, and then I'll do 5 to 10 reps of lifting my foot and repeat that 2 or 3 times through, and then go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. You can use this as part of your warm-up activation, or if you haven't done this a lot, then it might be better paired on a non-training day or at the end of your workout.